The family and community system is dwindling. Most scholars are pointing fingers at the educational system in Nigeria and Africa as general. Now we have one of these scholars, an African scholar, well renowned and respected. His name is Joseph Mapunga. He spoke something about what we need to do in our system to help the community grow and strive. Before you go to school, that's what he said, you must identify the problem in the society. Identifying the problem enables you to know proactively what to do. So going to schools give you the ability to study how to generate solutions. In Africa and mostly Nigeria, what we find is that parents and society crave so much for their children to go to school quite early because they have this idea that when they graduate, they'll be like in their early age as well, so they can start a life fine and also a good life. But let me tell you something. Education without a plan of production or solution is futile. Because when you go to school, the idea is to build up your community and your country. So in that same doing, you would achieve a success for yourself and for your family. It's a give and take. So let's listen to this video from Joseph Mapunga and we'll come back right to it. Thank you.
You don't go to school to study so that you can write a CV. You go to school to study so that you can solve the problems in the community. Here is the model. Before you go to school, identify the problem in the community. Then go to school, study the problem, look possible solution, have a proposal and a business plan of how to solve this problem. When you graduate, go back into the community and solve that problem. And while you are solving problems, you've created a business and you can charge a premium for your solving the problems. But we don't have an education system like that. We have an education system that gives you a degree. And the best thing you can write after your degree, I hereby apply for a job. I'm a team worker. I work under pressure. Like really? And there we end up with graduates that are not employed instead of graduates that are creating employment. Why? With almost so many engineers in Kenya, are we still having a problem of electricity? What were they doing in school? Why are we struggling with medicine when you have so many doctors and pharmacists that have come out from the bush? Who amongst all these doctors tomorrow morning will go to the bush and find msusu and make for us a tonic that cures stomach problems? No, it has not been tested. It has not been tested by who? Because our fathers have been doing this for the past thousands of years. Which part of clinical tests do you need? But anyway, if you need clinical tests, then test it and see if it won't work. So the concept of education, we don't need an education that teaches us about the other. We need an education that teaches us about ourselves. It should be illegal for any student to graduate as a graduate and does not know what is underneath his feet in terms of the resources that their country is offering, the raw materials that are underneath their feet, the trees that are around them, the flora that is around us, and how all these are possible opportunities of business, economics, and development. Here is an opportunity for innovation, creating new products that are on the market, creating new drugs that are on the market. Education must educate us. How do we convert our raw materials into business and into industry? And until we get there, we'll be manufacturing fools for the employment sector.
Well, I support everything Joseph just said. Why? Because every system must be created based on a problem. And every system must have a foundation of giving out solutions to that problem. Nigeria is what? Is a point to talk about. We have so many graduates, millions of them. A lot of universities being created every single year. People graduating from schools. But when you ask them practically what they can do for the country or for themselves, they just tell you, I want to get a degree, I want to go look for a job, I want to have my CV, my resume created, and that's not how it's supposed to be. This problem we have in Africa was created, it was man-made, so we, Africans, must strive to be educated for a purpose. Education is to acquire information and knowledge. What are you going to school for? So if you tell me, my idea would be, don't just push your children to go to school. Once they are still in their early age, they don't really know what they want to do in life. They don't know what they are created to do. They are still trying to figure out life. Allow them to be themselves, but engage them proactively. Engage their mind. Figure out what they can be as a parent that is experienced. Once you do that, then you can now direct them by suggestion and not imposing what you feel they should go to school to study. And when they come out, they will say, thank you so much for showing me the way. But then you will see them creating a massive wave for you as a parent and for themselves and for the generation. And that's how we create generational wealth and empower ourselves as African. So we can come out from being at the bottom of the food chain. Because right now, they know African to be this. Number one, we just try to copy and emulate the West. We can't do that. We are different from the West. We are blacks. We are African. And we should strive to be like one. Thank you so much. And I want to hear what you have to say in the comment section. Don't forget to comment. Let's talk more about African and how we can build ourselves. Let's talk more about our country. If they are given the opportunity to be a president or a governor, what can they do different? Because we're putting all the blames in our political leaders. But what can you do different right now? We have a role to play. So I want to hear what you have to do if you're given the opportunity to be the president and the governor. Perhaps tomorrow you will be one and we would vote for you because you have a plan. Remember, a good political leader is one that has a concise and achievable plan for the people. I remain your host, DS Nnamdi, and stay tuned for more exciting topics. And please don't forget to follow, subscribe, and like. We need your comments as well. Stay blessed.